guys, what's up? It's me, Judo Master Justin, and today, here at the Firestorm Dojo, I'm gonna teach you how to put people into a cast. That's right. What? No, I'm sorry, I did that totally backwards. We're doing casts. We're doing casts. That's a skill. We're not putting people in casts. I've been watching Karate Kid too many times, man. I was ready for like the Cobra Dojo, sweeping the leg and stuff. Sorry about that, Johnny. My bad. All of you children have no idea what I'm talking about, but that's okay. Will Smith's son did a remix like 8 years ago. I'm sure you can find that one. It's got Jackie Chan. It's pretty sweet. There's no wax on, wax off, but you know what's up. All right, guys. Pulling it back now that I've wasted about a minute of your time on this little intro. My name's Justin Taylor. You're at Firestorm Free Running and Acrobatics. Today, we are learning the cast. The cast looks a little bit like this. No, not this, because that's a pullover. But a cast is basically where we can derive power from a front support position to do any type of skill we want. Whether it's a boop, just a regular cast, but I can use this to pop myself up and over and come hang out with you guys. I can use it to pull myself into a back hip circle. If you're strong enough, you can use it to go all the way up to a handstand. You can use your cast to then vault up and over an object, kind of like how I did. Or for a lot of people, it's used quite simply just to, instead of taking my time and trying to safety up and keep my balance, once I'm very confident in myself, making sure I have enough room above my head, I can just use a little cast to pull myself up or down from a rail. So let's do our 60-second breakdown and teach you guys the bare bones basics of the cast, or as I like to call it, the powerful hip thruster. That was my Coach Freelove impression right there with that wink and everything. Magic! If I'm doing it right, I don't need hands or feet. Isn't that cool? So to start with my cast, I can have an overgrip position. I can do this from a switch position, any kind of real position I want. I would start with an overgrip, thumbs down or thumbs on top, it's up to you. You'll notice the bar is on my hips right here. I can hinge on the bar, and that's where I'm gonna be placing the bar. My shoulders are kind of shrugged right now to build a little bit of power so I can push and explode out of this. My legs are gonna start in behind me. I'm gonna let them sink in front of me, still keeping my shoulders in front of the bar on this side. And as I come out, I'm going to thrust my hips up behind me. Now it's important for you guys to realize when I thrust those hips behind me, I'm grabbing the bar and pushing it away from me. I'm doing this with my lats and my upper body pushing away as my legs go behind me. I have to keep my legs straight in order to generate power. If I just go here and bend my legs, nothing is happening. If I keep my legs straight, I can generate that power with my cast. There's a lot of different ways to do it, but this is the good starting position. Hands over the top, leaning forward, bend at the waist, hinging right here in the center, extending legs behind me until I hit straight with a small arch, locking everything out and pushing the bar away as I drive my heels behind me. As you legs drop back in, you're gonna pull the bar back into your hips. As it hits your hips, you're gonna loosen your muscles and let your legs swing and sag to disperse all that extra energy left over from your cast. 60-second breakdown. Complete. All right, beautiful people, now that we've finished our 60-second breakdown, let's get a little more in depth right here with this cast. First thing we're gonna start with is hand position. Now, obviously I'm gonna be up on top of the bar. You have two choices really with this for your main start. You can start with your thumbs over the top like this as I hold the bar, or thumbs around like this. In a cast, it's really depending on what I'm doing. In the beginning, I like to start like this if I'm not doing anything too crazy, thumbs on top. If I'm gonna be really pushing up to a handstand or going into a more advanced skill, trying to drive a lot of power, I'm gonna have my thumb underneath, because if I lean too far forward in my cast, I want a thumb right there on the bar to help pull me back. If I lean too far forward like this, my hand can slip off the bar, then my legs are up behind me, I'm gonna go straight to the ribs on my belly. As always with these things, hilarious to watch other people, crappy when it's you. So start small with your casts and figure out which hand position works best for you. When you get more advanced, what I really love to do is switch grip position like this, because then you can cast into a turn vault. You can cast and spin over the bar and hook your legs and do like the little backflip backdrop to the ground. You can do whatever you want. If you do decide to do a switch grip position, which I do recommend you practice casting this way and this way, both sides, ambidextrous, use the thumb out. Okay, if you're like this, it's very easy because now your weight's going one side or the other. It's almost like all your weight will be on one hand for a little bit. Very easy to slip. So if you do a switch grip position, always keep the thumbs out there to help protect yourself. It's just gonna be a little safer. Now that we've talked about that, let's talk about our starting body position, okay? Let's get on that bar. We've already done a bunch of pullovers. Let's do glide kip. Oh yeah. So you'll see for me, I got my thumbs over the top of the bar right here. I want you guys to notice how much I'm leaning forward. In fact, let's move you guys to the side because I don't think you can even see my upper body right here. But if you guys notice, I am leaning forward over the bar. If I try to stay straight up and down right here, I'm squeezing so hard just to hold myself. Oh my gosh. Woo, that tired me out. I need a break. Imagine in that position if all of a sudden I swing my legs in front of me to start my cast, right? I'm building power, swing my legs. Because I'm straight up and down, all the weight goes over here, I'm gonna fall backwards. That's just what's gonna happen. If I actually get to the point where I can swing my legs behind me and I'm straight up and down right here, not leaning forward, I'm gonna go flying backwards off this rail. I have to be able to counterbalance the weight. I'm basically balancing on my hands on a bar while this big, heavy, powerful weight, my legs are swinging backwards and forwards. When my legs go backwards, my upper body must balance against that, like on a teeter-totter, by leaning forward. When my legs swing in front of me backwards, or sorry, swing in front of me backwards. When my legs swing in front of me, here's the thing, you'd think, well, then you have to lean backwards, right? Nah, it's counterintuitive, it's a trick. Again, I have to lean forward. Why? Because if my legs go forward and I lean backwards, I'm no longer over the bar, I'm gonna fall off. Great for back hip circles, bad for what we're trying to do. So one more time, I wanna show you guys this body position right here. You'll notice I'm leaning forward. Now, a lot of times when we do a front support, we like to be in a nice strong position. See how my chest is out, my shoulders are down? But right now, I'm on the top of my thighs. I can't bend my legs, it doesn't work. You can't see, I can't do that. So what I'm gonna have to do is sag my shoulders until the bar is in my hips. Now you can see, I have all this room to swing my legs. Yay! So what I wanna be doing here, sag the shoulders a little bit. I'm leaning forward so I'm balanced. I'm gonna practice swinging my legs. You'll notice when I do this, I do lean back a little, but I'm still forward over the bar. This is where I'm deriving my power. Notice when I do this, I'm not shooting my legs really high up behind me right now, right? I'm starting very small. This, like a lot of skills, is a thing that builds power. Power is awesome when it's controlled. If you do your very first cast and you try to do the biggest cast you possibly can, you're probably gonna fall over the bar onto your head. And I will laugh at you because I've seen this many, many times. Start very small with this thing because you don't want to fall off the bar onto your head or your butt. So what I wanna see are small swings in front of the bar, small leg swings behind. And when you do it, you're gonna keep your legs completely straight. That is the hard part because your entire childhood, you would play on swings, wouldn't you? I know you did, you little swinger. I'm just gonna keep moving past that. Swing sets, yeah! So what happens when you swing backwards on a swing set, right? To build power, you kick yourself in the butt. When you swing forward, you kick the legs. Move away from that. When you swing backwards, what would you do? You'd pump, right? You're like, boom! When I drive my heels into my butt, I'm no longer finishing that swing behind me. I'm not gonna build power in my cast. It's like if I wanna swing my arms up to jump as high as I can, I keep the arms straight. I would never come in, get to here, and then go, ha, and jump as high as I can. It's not gonna work. So this may be tough for a lot of people, just like when they learn how to do proper swings, because you've been trained through your entire childhood to kick yourself in the butt. So when I do this, I'm gonna keep the legs completely straight and start small. If you cannot get very high without bending your legs, then you stay really small until you get it. You learn it right, and then you start building power. So I go here, little forward, little push backwards. Notice my hips are barely coming off the bar. That's okay. As I start to feel myself get stronger and stronger. Oh, did you guys see that? I almost fell backwards because I leaned too much straight up and down. I go here, and I can really drive the hips and build a lot of power from there, right? Now, remember when you're doing this, you're not just driving the heels, that's important, but I'm also using my lats right here to push, and my chest to push the bar away from me. Here's where it gets really interesting. If I'm pushing the bar away from me, where does my upper body go? Does it go backwards because I'm pushing away from the bar? Then I would drop into a swing or go flying backwards off the bar. So even as I push away, I have to, let's go right here, as I push away like this, it tries to push me backwards, so I have to actually lean forward more over my hands as I push off of the bar in order to keep my balance on the bar while I'm building that power. Now the really funny thing is if you watch gymnasts, okay, there's a huge difference here between our bars and gymnastics bars. These are more like bars you'll find in the real world. They are solid. They're not going to bend very much. They're not going to give you any bounce. Gymnastics bars are either fiberglass or they are hollow steel and aluminum that's very bendy and bouncy. Because they are, you can very easily cast all the way up into a handstand if you know what you're doing. Which is funny because you have to lean forward, right, as you start your cast. But as you hit a handstand, you don't want to be leaning forward. You're going to fall over on your head, so you have to pull yourself back in. It's all very confusing. Luckily for you guys, all you have to do is a little small one here, leaning a little over the bar, pushing with your arms, keeping the legs straight, squeezing your butt cheeks together and your glutes. Now, at a certain point, you guys will notice your casts reach the peak of its power. It starts to come back down. When it comes back down, you don't want to be slamming hard your hips into here. And because we're pulling them in where we bend, that's where our iliac crest, okay? The top point right here in our hips is. We do not want to smack these into the bar. It does not feel good. So as soon as I come back down, my legs are staying straight. As soon as the bar begins to intercept with my hips, I'm going to relax my stomach, relax my legs, and let them swing. If I stay tight, I'm gonna hit that bar into here. It's really gonna hurt. You have to let the legs swing. Now, because there's a lot of momentum with that, the legs are gonna swing in front of you. If you try to stay straight up and down, as your legs go forward, it's gonna lean you back and you're gonna fall backwards off the bar. So it is important that even as you hit, not only are you absorbing with your legs, you're also, as you hit the bar, you're letting your chest fall forward as well. So it's almost like I'm going into a pike position. That's me reabsorbing. Now, if you get very used to this, you can use the from that position to immediately pop back out and do an even bigger cast. If you know what you're doing, let's see, this will be fun. I haven't done one of these in a while. If I do it right, I can, even as I absorb like this, I can lean backwards and take all that power, whee, and turn it into like a back hip circle or something. There's a lot you can do with this power. It just requires you taking the time to understand how to build it and how to control it so it doesn't just send you flying off the bar onto your head. Amusing, but not fun. So guys, this has been our cast technique. We've talked quite a bit about it. Just for funs, let's show you guys something. Come over here real quick, guys. I want to show you something real quick. Yeah, that's right. You gotta crawl. We're gonna come right here, and we are gonna show you guys the switch grip position. So I've got my hands forward like normal. I'm gonna turn one hand sideways like this. Now here's the weird thing, I'm kind of cheating because this is a big fat bar, so I've got my thumb on top of my right hand, my overgrip, thumb that out and over the top in my reverse grip. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this position to cast because this will allow me to do something like a turn vault. Up, over, and around the rail while allowing myself to spin. All because I switched a grip. If I want to turn left, I take my left hand and I turn it to my left. If I want to turn right, take my right hand, turn it to the right, and I'm using that to spin, just like I would for a palm spin, a turn vault, and the other type of vault where we are going to be twisting while we're doing it. Take your time with this one. It's very, very useful for a large amount of bar skills and deriving a lot of power. It's also one that's really wonky for people in the beginning. Keeping your balance, building power, not arching or kicking your butt. As always, start small, build progressively and slowly. Always slowly bigger ones, but with good body position. If you start to feel yourself doing the, can I do this without kicking this? If you notice yourself starting to do this, you know, my hips aren't coming off the bar, I'm actually not creating any power at all. It's all an illusion. Straight body from the shoulder, down the hip, through the foot. That's what I want to see. Take your time, build up strong and progressive. All right, beautiful people, please like me. Leave a comment about all the cool stuff that's going on. Share, subscribe, whatever it is you guys do. Follow, plus the plus button. I don't even know anymore. Send me one of the hearts. Free love. And last but not least, remember, we have 2 more tutorials after this where we're finishing up our orange rank or level 2 parkour. After that, you have all your basic parkour skills that you will need to be a good, strong starting traceur. And after that, we're going on to our free running skills. You guys got to let me know what you want to see. We're not going to follow our curriculum anymore. We're just going to start doing whatever we want. You want something as simple as a backflip? Maybe you want a side flip. Maybe you want a swing gainer. Maybe you want dub corks. I don't know. Maybe you want a wall full. You guys gotta let me know, all right? Maybe you want palm flip off the ceiling. I haven't done that one in a while. That would be fun. You guys just let me know, okay? Put it in the comments below. Hit us up on Facebook, wherever it is that we go. Ask the media guy behind the camera. He has all the answers. I only know how to do monkey stuff. I'm really sorry. Okay, bye. I love you. Brown chicken, brown cow.